This is the Ruthie. It's a stomp box with nowhere to stomp. But here's what it sounds like. What is up, YouTube? My name is Buddy Blues, and it's Small Business Tuesday, either on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday. I don't know anymore. Everybody's pulling my chain. Today we look at the Ruthie. This is what it looks like. I should say this is what this one looks like. Here's the front. Is it a pedal? Is it a work of art? We don't know. Here's the sides, and it's made by this guy, Jeff Starr. I've handled a lot of pedals in my life, especially if you've been on this channel for a while. You know how many pedals you've seen on this channel. This one, the metal, feels weird. I wonder if it's lacquered over. Yes, it is. I've solved my own conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes independence is important. So what is it, and what does it need you to do, as opposed to what will it do for you as a pedal? And these days, I'm starting to like those kind of pedals a little bit better. The ones that you really gotta work for, you know, you have to work with them. But when you find the flow with this one, it'll really make sense. Here's what it is. It's essentially a fuzz pedal if you want it to be, It's a boost if you want it to be. It's an EQ thing, a thickener if you want it to be. And it's also all of the above. Now, at the beginning, I said it has no stomp. It does not. On, off with that switch. I don't know if he intended to make this as a amp top type thing, like an amp top pedal, where you put it and then plug your guitar in, plug your guitar out, into the amp, done. But anyway, I suppose it is. I don't know how you'd work it on the pedal board. But I guess that's again the point, is that it's supposed to be always on. Anyway, this is not a volume knob. So you have one switch and one knob. That is not a volume knob. It's more of a frequency or an EQ or it's all of the above. It's an EQ and a gain at the same time. The more you increase this, the more bass, fullness, and fuzz you get. That's what that is. It's not really a volume. This pedal doesn't ask you to nicely. It requires you to do something that I do very naturally. It's apparently how he found me. It's something I do very naturally all the time when I'm playing, even if I'm playing with the guitar unplugged. It requires you to ride that volume knob. With every turn of the volume knob, you get a different sound out of this. If you set your volume knob at 7, usually that's what I do. You do whatever you'd like to do. I usually set the guitar volume between 7 and 8. 1 after 10, okay? So like between 7 and 8. And that's when I EQ the amp, that's when I EQ everything, that's when I EQ my pedals, my volume and stuff like that. I do that at every show, I do that every time I play here. 7 or 8 on the guitar, and then I do everything. That's the sound that I want. And then the go to 10 thing is usually when I'm soloing. This pedal not encourages that, it requires it. Otherwise you're gonna have a fuzz on all the time. So your clean would be this on, volume a little bit down, and you get that really clean, sparkly but full thing, and then hit it with overdrives or whatever, and then afterwards, and then put the 10 on the volume knob. Now, at the beginning I said that this is how this one looks like, because you're never gonna get something that looks like this. Anyway, this is still for sale. I gotta send it back, so you could actually get this one. But what I mean is they're all hand painted. One by one, meticulous. I'll post a few pictures of the ones that he showed me so far. They're all hand painted, and then you can get to choose. So whenever you want to go buy this pedal, you get to choose which one you'd like. Or maybe you'd like a custom order. I don't know how this works, okay? Now, for a pedal that seems this simple, in, out, power, switch, knob. For a pedal that seems this simple, Jeff really went full on the manual, which I appreciate very much, because it tells you literally everything, including the painting and warnings and warranty. Do not eat this pedal, for example, and an example of other stuff that he makes. However, there's one page in here that's very, very important. It tells you that the Ruthie was named after his mother and all of that really, really lovely things. However, this one is very important. He has a whole page on it, and it's extremely important because you don't want to ruin this pedal. Then I'll stop talking. This is very important. This is center positive. This is center positive. It's not center negative. One of these. The thing that flips the polarity of the center. And it's a bigger, it's like the 2, is it 2.2 or 2.1, whatever. The one that's not standard, it's 2.2. So he made it very hard. Anyway, if you buy one and you like this one, this is my power regular thing. This will not go in here. I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to burn this. But this does not go in here. It doesn't fit. This one does. Is it inconvenient? I don't know. There's a lot of fuzz pedals that have that. It's a thing with the germanium, I think, where it likes to be center positive, and then some pedals that take center negative, they just flip it on the inside. This one doesn't flip it on the inside. Maybe it's expensive. It's a small business. I don't ask questions. Is it inconvenient? I don't know. He did dedicate a whole page to it, but please do not make this mistake, because you will not have a pedal. You will have a very, very beautiful piece of art that's a paperweight. Okay, enough blah blah. Let's play. I'm going to play the PRS, the gold PRS. I'm going to go through the Victory MK Clean. It's just going to be this pedal. I want you to hear it. Focus on my hand. Forget what I'm playing. It's going to be mediocre, I promise you. Focus on what this pinky's doing. My right hand, my picking hand. Focus on the volume knob the most. Please focus on the volume knob and see how much different sounds I'm going to get. How am I going to film this? I have no idea. I think I may film it this way so that you guys can see where the knob is. I think that'll make sense. I think so. Anyway, yeah, this was a thought between me and me. Victory MK Clean Oxbox. Let's get to it. Oh, you have. There's not a button to push, so this is very, oh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have now heard the Ruthie from Jeff Star with 2 R's. This is the type of pedal that fills 2 gaps in a collector's dream, me. 2 gaps. A novelty thing, kind of like one of these. A novelty thing that also sounds incredible. Also, kind of like these. This is cool. This is cool. You can put it on your board and leave it on, or you can put it as a, if I were to use this, I would not put it on the board. Me personally, I wouldn't put it on the board. I would put it on an amp that, like, it's a type of gig that I would use where I wouldn't be taking a pedal board. It'll be just straight guitar, which is most of my gigs, to be honest with you. This is a scam. This whole channel is a scam. But just guitar, cable into the amp, and then put that on top. Short cable to the input, leave it on. I would not put the volume at 10 on the, not the volume, this knob at 10. I would put it at like 3 o'clock. This is it. That's the sound. 3 o'clock, 10 on the, you know, solos, 8 on everything else. You're in really good hands. I'd like to thank Jeff for reaching out to me to do this pedal. He is a YouTuber as well, and he really makes these one by one and hand painted and then hand lacquered and all of that. It's a cool thing. You're never going to see anything like it. You're never going to see it. If you buy this one, you're going to have this one. Then there's probably not going to be anything else. Some of them are, you know, he uses paint that's glow in the dark. It's a cool thing. Small business do the coolest thing. Small businesses do the coolest things. It's a quirky little thing. It's full of quirks, but I like it. I like those pedals. I like things that are a little bit other than, you know, volume, gain, tone, or it's a compressor. Those are cool and lovely, and I use them all the time, and I will forever be doing videos on those until the day I die. But every once in a while, when I see something different like this, it excites me, and I like being excited. You know what else excites me? People subscribing to this channel. Hey, we just hit 23,000 subscribers. Or is it 22? I think it's 23 now. Isn't that remarkable? Isn't that insane? Could you imagine being in a room with 23,000 people listening to what this schmuck has to say? Anyway, really a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for supporting small businesses, supporting this channel, supporting me, and supporting Jeff Star. Get you one of these. I don't know how much they cost, but they don't seem that expensive or that ridiculous, but you should get one of these. But when you do get one of these, the second you hit add to cart and pay on Jeff's website, immediately go to Amazon and get yourself one of these. I have been Buddy Blues. You have been the people of the blues. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.